Hey everybody, it's Cam, and today we're going to talk about solo no hope and how to make it a little bit easier on yourself. It is possible to beat this game on no hope with the bots, and once you know some of the tricks in how to manipulate the bots to make them better, I would say solo no hope actually becomes easier than playing with a full team. Alright, now that I've hyped the bots up enough, let's get into it. So for this video, I am not going to talk about specific levels in this game. I will say though that for Act 1, use speed is important. For Act 2, damage is more important. And for Act 3, movement speed is important. Keep this in mind when building your decks for each act. And speaking of decks, when you're playing solo, the best two builds you can do are based around Pyro and Melee. The reason for this is the bots take bolstered health cards, meaning in total without you taking a card, your team will have 60% bolstered health, and if you are not taking advantage of this, then you are really missing out. I would say between Pyro and Melee, for no hope, Pyro is the easier route, especially with Pinata being as strong as it is right now. Melee is still doable, but I will say if you are going to try Melee on no hope, you better be really good at dodging, or just hope Charisse is on your team and you get a bunch of armor. Good strategy to use if you are playing Melee is to always be by a doorway if you see a tall boy coming. Tall boys will absolutely destroy you when out in the open, but if you dodge in and out of a doorway, you can actually completely negate any damage this tall boy was going to do to you, and it gives you a window to get in a couple hits before you dodge the swing again and repeat the process. Before we get into all the tips about the bots that will make this game incredibly easy, I just want to talk about bashing for 1 second. Bashing is incredibly strong in this game, and it's another reason why Combat Knife is just a terrible card. With bashing, you can completely avoid taking any damage from commons, so always remember to bash if anything is near you. Your gun will still reload while you're punching the Ridden, and you can still punch when you're at 0 stamina, it's just a little bit slower. My extra tip for when punching Ridden is you should try to line them up, because if you punch one Ridden and it stumbles back into another Ridden, they will both stumble and you can create a chain of a bunch of them falling over. I find myself using this technique a lot where I will sprint past a group of Ridden until they are all on the same side of me, and then I'll punch to make them all stumble. Alright, let's talk about the bots and their interactions. I want to start things off by saying bots can use toolkits, and it's not actually that useful. If you die, take over a bot and then pick up a toolkit, then revive yourself. If you ping the toolkit door, the bot will unlock it. This will only ever work in the same level you gave the bot the toolkit, and once the bot uses the toolkit, it is taken away. So you don't get infinite uses, and in order to even use this technique, you need to die. So basically, it's not that useful. Maybe you could try to do it with just Carly. That way Carly will get another toolkit on each level, but overall, it's not worth it. The only quick item that I've found bots use consistently and have infinite uses of it are defibs. Now this may come as a shock to some of you, but yes, bots can use defibs, and they will revive you and other bots after you have fully died. It's a little finicky. Sometimes they'll just ignore your body forever. Sometimes they do it instantly. I don't really know what makes them decide to defib, but yeah, if you are changing your bot's loadouts, you should give them a defib. Now, when I say change your bot's loadouts, I mean you need to die, take over a bot, and then pick up any items that you want that bot to have. Once you get to the end of the level, if the bot still has all the items that you gave it, it will now permanently have those items for the rest of the act. The only thing you have to look out for is that if you take control of a bot, give it some stuff, and then revive yourself, if the bot ends up using any of the items you gave it, that item will be taken away. It will actually be used. You have to finish the level first before it gets infinite uses. You can change multiple bot loadouts as well. All you have to do is die, take control of a bot, pick up the stuff you want, and then die as that bot, take control of another bot, and repeat the process. I find the best time to do this is in the nursery after you found the exit, because there's a lot of good loot in there and no random hordes will spawn, so you have a lot of free time to do whatever you want. Now, when trying to decide what items to give the bots, I would highly recommend giving the bots any legendary items that you find, other than the legendary ammo pouch, which the bots won't use as far as I know. But at the top of my list for quick items to give the bots, the legendary defib takes the cake. If you give one of your bots a legendary defib, you are practically guaranteed to beat the game. The bot will never die unless it gets caught on a ledge or grabbed. So if you take slippery when wet and make sure to always pick up the bot if it falls off a ledge, that is an easy win. A cool interaction with the bots having legendary defibs is that whenever they go down, Inspiring Sacrifice and Avenge the Fallen are going to activate, meaning you will be getting health back and you'll be doing more damage. But the interesting part is you can keep downing this bot since they have infinite amount of lives, and Avenge the Fallen will keep stacking. So if you're coming up to a Breaker or an Ogre, just down this bot a few times and you will be able to one-clip the Ogre. So for other things to give your bots, if you're changing their loadout, you should always be giving them an auto shotgun. I find that the bots are the best when given an AA-12 or a Super 90, and I like to make sure that each of my bots have something different. So I will give one a grenade, one a flashbang, and one of them a pipe bomb. And obviously when it comes to giving them some kind of medical accessory, I will always be giving them a med kit. And if I'm lucky, it will be the legendary med kit. Back to the offensive accessories, the reason I only give one of them a pipe bomb is because when you give two of the bots pipe bombs, they tend to use them at the same time, and then it's a waste. Giving one bot a pipe bomb is overall just better, and you actually don't need to change loadouts for your bots to have pipe bombs now, because Hang has a pipe bomb. Of course, Hang is one of the best bots actually in the game right now, because he starts with a pipe bomb, he has an LMG, which the bots aren't terrible with, and whenever he gets hit, he has a chance of spawning in items, and bots get hit a lot. Treese is also another good bot because she starts with a flashbang and a med kit while giving your team more bolstered health. You are also able to get armor plates while she's on the team, which is extremely useful if you're going the melee route. Hoffman is a nice bot to have on the team because of his passive to spawn offensive accessories whenever he gets kills. With his base loadout, his passive isn't great, but if you end up giving him a different gun or a pipe bomb, this passive becomes pretty awesome. Lastly, Walker is a nice bot to have because he can use his starting weapon effectively to kill a lot of commons. He starts with a med kit along with a grenade, and he does more damage. But yeah, if you do struggle on No Hope, I would reset until you get at least 2 of these bots that I just mentioned. Alright, let's talk about more bot interactions. Bots will drop you ammo if you're low, and you can make them drop more ammo if you keep running away from them. If you are coming into a spot where you know a horde is going to spawn and you would like to have full ammo, all you need to do is drop your ammo on the floor and then run away. The bots will chase after you, dropping ammo along the way, creating a nice path so that when you go back to where you were, you can pick up a bunch of ammo and you'll be maxed out by the time you want to call in that horde. When you're playing solo, make sure you are pinging anything that you want your teammates to shoot at. They are much more likely to shoot things that you ping, and because of this, putting Mark for Death in your deck isn't a terrible option. You can also ping health stations to make your bots use one to get one of their lives back, and I cannot stress enough how important this is. When playing No Hope, you should always be buying a toolkit and trying to get to the toolkit room to a health station. Your bots are going to be dying, and if you don't have a legendary defib and you're not pinging health stations, your bots are never going to have lives. In No Hope, when you go to the next level, you don't get all your lives back, and the bots don't get all their lives back either. So basically every level, your main goal is not to get to the end of the level. Your real objective is to get to that healing station. Honestly, once you do get to the healing station, you are actually pretty good because the bots can use the healing station infinitely on a cooldown of, I don't know, like 2 minutes. And this is the reason why I like taking Needs of the Many. Since the bots can restore these lives for free and they go down so much, it's actually super useful to have the bots with 2 extra lives. A cool little trick I like to use whenever I get to a healing station is I will center out whichever bot has all their lives, and I will shoot them to down them, because once they go down, Inspiring Sacrifice will activate, meaning everyone on the team will get health, and if I'm at full health, that means I'll get temporary health. So I think it's a pretty good strategy to use, and if all my bots have all their lives when we get to a healing station, I will down all of them one by one so that I have a bunch of temporary health, and then I'll simply ping the healing station, they'll get their life back, they'll get their health back, and then we're good to move on. Remember, as you move through the level, if you've already found a healing station and your bots get down to 1 life or no lives, make sure you head back to this healing station because you really want your bots alive when playing solo. A somewhat niche strategy you can use with the bots as well is you can get the bots to pick up copper for you. So if there's copper in the middle of a pile of birds or inside of a police car, you can actually just ping it and the bots will grab it for you. As far as I can tell though, they will not pick up corrupted copper. In terms of picking a burn card when going into each level, I highly recommend Slippery When Wet. I know this is seen as a kind of terrible card, and it kind of is when you're playing with people or when you're playing No Hope. But when you're playing with bots, they actually use this card well because they're taking less damage from everything, so they're more likely to actually use it, break out of a grab, which gives you a free stun on the Crusher or Stalker, meaning you get to kill it a little bit easier. This card is especially nice when playing on T5. Personally, I will take Slippery When Wet for every single level that I play with the bots because I'm never going to use this card when playing online anyways, and it tends to show up in the supply lines a lot. Finally, if you don't already know this, if you quit out of a level before you die when playing offline, it doesn't use a continue, which means you get an infinite amount of attempts to beat that level. Essentially, this is like using a Hell Can Wait without actually having to use the burn card, and I really do like that this is in the game because sometimes you die because the bots did something completely stupid and out of your control, so not fully getting punished in the sense of using a burn card to keep playing is pretty nice. I know this does take away from how the game's supposed to be played, but who cares? You're playing offline. Do whatever you want. Alright, that's gonna do it for my video about Solo No Hope. If there's any levels you're struggling with and would like me to go more in depth into how to beat them while playing this game alone, just leave a comment and I will try to make a video about it. I might have missed some important tips, so if you know any more that I did not mention, please leave a comment letting everyone know about it. Maybe I don't even know. We stream Monday to Friday and sometimes weekends on this YouTube channel, so subscribe to be notified whenever we go live and to see whenever we post our next video. Good luck with your No Hope solo runs and have a good one, everybody. And a special thank you to all of our members that make this channel possible: Dan, Deadkill, Death, Shaw, David Salmon, David Morals, General Underpants, SAS Pro, Gluttonous, Bits, Christian, Cyber, Taz, Thomas, Alex, 40K, Enclave, Fabian, Caden, Rianne, Digbic, Bruh, Wrong Form, Kalervo, Jared, Burger King Yummy, Aska, Just Andrew Things, Rourke, Stefan, Soda, Teddy, Darth, Isaac, Sunshine, Cam's Banana Bread, Bruce, Fire Rain, Christian GQ, Tibhib, Dev13, Kim, Jesus, Nicole, Viking, H Game Enjoyer, Sir Bean Dip, Tim Jim, and Free Wall.